Welcome to Oast Isle and a tour of Oast Isle, and starting with the main base and my home. This is actually based on my real home that I share with my wife, and we bought a fixer-upper and redesigned it, and the outside is basically the same structure and the inside is loosely based on that, and this would be the garage side of the house, but just to give you a picture of the side of the house, there we go. Over on the side, this in actuality is the backyard at my real house, but here it's the farm and the work area for kilns and, well, not kilns, but ore processing units, and the farm and the beehives. Got I think 12 beehives here, and you can see some of the area on the outside. We'll come back around to some of these areas later, but just to give you an overview of the exterior of the home and the home base, this is what it looks like. They all have nice little overhangs, and I've done some things with the windows. We'll go through the back door here, and this is kind of like a mudroom area. You can hang up your equipment, and this is the master bedroom. Got a picture of my wife on the wall there, and that I can see if I'm lying in bed there. So, and come over here to my office, based loosely on my real office, although I don't have a fireplace in my real office, but lots of books. And then come back out in here to the living room. You got a little TV there and a ceiling fan, a little sectional dining room area that leads out to the patio, where we have some patio seating and a little barbecue out here. Go back into the dining area. You can see a little stereo there on the right. We passed quickly. Then going upstairs, we'll come into my wife's office, and she has interests in gardening and our dog, and that's actually a reproduction of a print that she has in her office from the Milwaukee Museum of Art, and lots of books, and she's got a seating area here that overlooks the farm. Over here we have a guest room with a guest wine cabinet and a nice little comfy bed and plenty of storage, plenty of comfort level here for a guest to stay. Even a maypole. Nice high ceilings in here. And there's storage on either side. And then over here is a game room. We have a pool table and different red and themed items here. Again, high ceilings and nice little window treatments. But this is a cozy little place to relax and play a little game. So that's basically the upstairs of the house. And we will to kind of chandeliers. The ceiling's so high you don't even really see them. So we'll come down here, and that kind of completes our tour of the main base. Over here, you will see the 9 Hotel. The Norse symbol for 9 is kind of like an H, and so this is the 9 Hotel and Resort. This is a directory that tells you what's on each floor. Here's the infinity-shaped swimming pool, which is actually swimmable. and this gives you an overview of the 6-story hotel plus a basement right on the water's edge. Again, it's fairly tall, and we'll go through all the floors and you'll get to see everything as it unfolds here. So this is the lobby, or on the right, and on the left here we have the Giggler Grill and Bar. Got a little bar there area. We have a hibachi grill, a little dessert table there, fully upgraded workbench over there, and then fully functioning kitchen, cauldron, and again another fully functioning area there. Then we have a little wine storage and beer storage, even a VSPN on the TV up there. On the lobby side, you have several nice seating areas. You come in and, oh, this is pixel art. You saw pixel art earlier with a picture of my wife, and here's the Valheim logo, area for you to check in and register yourself, and on any one of these signs that act as books, and plenty of room to sit and relax and enjoy your stay at the 9 Hotel and Resort. Alright, so we will go ahead up these red carpeted stairs. Oh no, I forgot, we're going to go down in the elevator. Sorry, we need to do that and go down into the basement where all the storage for the hotel and the restaurant and the club. So this is smoked meats with serpent meat and lox meat and all kinds of different meats. This is a refrigerated storage area with pies and goodies and drinks, muck shakes, and all kinds of things like that. This is the wine and spirits area, so you need to see the sommelier for a key to the wine storage, and we have beer and spirits over there, and then some baked bread back here. So that's most of the food and beverage area. Through here we'll have the hotel vault for guests' valuables. Hopefully it won't be as easy just to go in like I just went in. And then over here we have some storage, some extra trophies for decor and different things like that. And then we have the laundry room with a washer and a dryer, and a folding table over here where all the laundry and linens can be washed and folded, and there's linen storage and uniform storage for hotel and resort personnel. So that just about does it on the basement. So we'll follow these signs and head back to the elevator. Oh, there's an emergency exit if something were to happen to the hotel. We'll go follow these signs back to the elevator, up the stairs, and back into the hotel lobby. So back there's the Giggler Grill and Bar, and now we have the red carpeted stairs looking up through the atrium all the way to the stars. So a hole through all of these stairs, and on each floor there are 2 suites. Each suite is for one of the biomes of Valheim. So suite 2-1 is for the meadows. So this is decorated with meadows, a meadows theme, with dandelion banners, raspberries, dandelions, boars, deer, a little bit of troll armor. Each suite has its own patio or deck. And then across the way here we have suite 2-2, which is the Black Forest suite. So we've got a boss trophy there on the wall. We've got some bronze armor, some dandelion and thistle and troll armor, So in the Black Forest, it's where the trolls usually live, along with blueberries. So we have more of a blue theme here, blue and green and white. If we go upstairs, we'll find the 3rd floor. Each floor is clearly marked. In Suite 3-1 is the Swamp Suite with Bone Mask Trophy there and Root Armor on the wall. We've got a green theme plus a little bit of red because of the leeches and the blood that is from them. Got some leech trophies, got a Bone Mask headboard, kind of creepy. Got each suite also, as you can tell, has its own fireplace, multiple windows, and again we have the patio. On the other side of the 3rd floor, we have Suite 32, which is the Mountain Suite. So we have some wolf armor, a lot of frost cave, red jute, got wolf rugs and a red jute bedspread and wolf tail trophies and all kinds of wonderful things here for the mountain cave or mountain suite. Go upstairs, and the 4th floor we have Suite 41. It's the Plains Suite with Yagala trophy. So we've got padded iron, we've got fueling totems, we've got a golden bedspread, a literal golden bedspread there. We've got wheat and flax and fueling trophies and lox meat and all kinds of oranges and yellows, because that's predominantly the colors that you find in the plains. Over here we have the Michelin Suite. It's just really decorated in black right now because when I recorded this, Michelin's hadn't even dropped on the public test branch, and so it was just kind of held in place. So the other 2 biomes that have yet to drop, I went ahead and tried to decorate, and this is the Deep North with a lot of snow, a lot of white. Just tried to make it as bright and white as I possibly could, with silvery and shiny things, even glass in the poking through the ceiling, all kinds of white and bright things to decorate that suite. Over here we have the Ashland Suite, and we do have a little meteorite things there, and plus the fueling totems and even some flame metal ore that's been processed, and plenty of red and orange and black kind of themed here for the Ashland Suite. If we go upstairs, we will get to the ocean biome, the 9th biome of Valheim, and that's why this is the 9 hotel. This is the half lounge, or Old Norse for sea lounge. So this is a bar and with some standing tables and 1 or 2 places to sit down over here, but this is decorated in the ocean theme. We have a little skywalk here with, you can look down through you can see the pool, but you can also look down through the floor and look through the crystals and see below you, like some of those buildings in Chicago or Singapore or Houston that have these little skywalks. So this is a little skywalk here. And then we have Club 9 with DJ Ran CID over there, DJ Rancid, with the Oast bass in the background there, with our little dance floor and music playing and all of that. So that is the upper floor, the penthouse floor of the hotel and resort. So I hope you enjoyed the tour of the hotel. At night it looks somewhat different. So we'll get some views of that here. It really does look much different at night. And here we can pan up and see it's lit up quite brightly. I don't know of too many things in Valheim that are lit up like that. It's, I think, quite a sight. If you hop up on the high dive here, which actually you can go into the deep end. There is a deep end and a shallow end of the pool, but this will give you a different view. It's the inspiration. This was the Choctaw Casino in Oklahoma. Just a very rough inspiration. So that is the hotel and resort. If you follow this path down here, you'll come to the backside of the base that has this little amphitheater, which is actually mirrored or patterned after one in the community where I live. And so there's seating. You can bring your own seating. I've put some seating here so people can sit down and enjoy a play or music or a reading. And in addition, I've put out some big spreads and had a place for a king and a queen. They can sit here and be protected. They've got some guards over there and a big backboard to protect them, protect their back, and they can enjoy these spreads of food, soups and baked goods and fruits and meats. And that is the amphitheater. This is a little fire pit area people can enjoy, sit around a fire, and maybe a large group can enjoy the picnic pavilion as well. So come through here, and this also is based on a pavilion in my community where I live, although they don't have the Amphitheater trophy up there or anything like that. This area is built over the 5 stones. This is my boar pen with Snowball and Pickles. Snowball, named after the Animal Farm pig. He's got his commandments here, so taken straight from Animal Farm. So I think they had 7 commandments, and he has since added one: don't trust any animal named after an emperor. If you remember, Napoleon got rid of Snowball, and this is where Snowball ended up. Everybody thought, Napoleon took him out, and he actually went to Valheim, and now he's here with Pickles, making lots of boars. Up here is the farm. This is just inside the plains area, so flax and barley can be grown along with any other fruit. And this is where my lox pen is. My 2 tame loxes are Goldilocks and Master Lox, and they're producing a few offspring there. But that's the lox pen, the boar pen. I'm not raising wolves on this base, and my farm, and again the main base there. So there's the barbecue once again, and I think we'll go down and see the portal hub. I mentioned these are the 5 rocks. Originally, I think you were only going to be able to build portals inside these 5 rocks, and so I think it was very fitting to put my portal hub in this area. When you come out from Portalia on the Xerox Playground server, this is what you come into, and the Natural History Museum is under construction. The Viking Museum, the shell is complete and 1 exhibit on a longship. We'll see that in a few minutes. There's the 9 Hotel and Resort, golf course, escape maze that we'll see. I've got a concept for a coaster that has yet to be built, and then the fishing cabin. So all of that is available. And when you come out of the Portalia, you can either take those portals to specific locations or just come upstairs and walk there on foot. So again, that's the view of the hotel at night. Coming around the front of the house again, and we'll go through a stroll and look at the north side of the base build, or the island build here. You can stroll down these paths, tree-lined paths. I've got, I think, 4 different weapons-based sculptures. Here, this is a Draugr bow. So if you want to give them the Draugr business, here's some information about the Draugr and how it's made and what its damage is and bonuses and special usefulness. That's one of my favorite weapons, is the Draugr. Over here behind the hotel and in front of the fishing cabin is the porcupine, one of my go-to weapons. It's a mace weapon, and again, there's information here on how it's built, what the damage is, and so forth. I think we'll hop over as the sun is rising, pop in the fishing cabin for a little bit. This was originally my initial base when I landed on the island, trying to figure out where I was going to build, making sure other players weren't on this island. So I built this up and used it as my base as I established a foothold, and later turned it into a fishing cabin. So again, there's a fishing pier off to the right there that we kind of skipped by, but put in these little tree-lined paths with some little pavilion areas, and that you'll see on the right, with a nice little pond. Just a nice little place to kick up your heels and put down your weapons for a little bit and enjoy. This is Crystal Battle Axe, which is another great weapon, especially for display, because it has a nice glow feature. And then over here we have the escape maze. So this is a maze where you start in the center of the maze and you try to exit, and the exit is actually right there. We just passed it. It's labeled there, and you can see just how big this maze is. It's all built of wood. Over there is the Museum of Natural History that's under construction, and then you can see here how big the maze is, and we will hop inside to the middle so you can see what that's like. There's the exit where you'll pop out, hopefully. We'll just go through this portal and hop into the center of the maze where you start. We've had a few people try it out. Other people have tried it, but their times have not been recorded. Nice little chandelier above us, and got some circlets for people who don't have them. Little procedures here, and there are no traps, there are no mobs that will get you. It's just a straight maze, just trying to find your way out. So I hope some people have enjoyed that. I enjoyed building it, and it took a lot of wood, as you might imagine, to build that. There is only one correct way out, so if you find it, you can get through. I think my record time is 32 seconds, but of course I designed it and built it, so but even that's my record time. Sometimes it takes me more than 2 minutes. This is the Viking Museum. It is patterned after the Oslo Viking Museum that's currently, as of 2022, it's closed and under reconstruction. It's a large cross-shaped, probably, don't know this for sure, probably a converted church. Then it has a large circular stone connecting two edges of the wooden building, and this is the courtyard between them. You can kind of see how large this stone area is, and we'll go inside and you'll just really be able to see the massive build that this is. If you look up, you can see this is a massive stone building, and emerging out of the fog is the only exhibit that's currently open, and it's a longship exhibit. And we have a ladder that you can hop up. You can sit at the rudder here or the steering oar and lower the flag and look all around the ship. There are lots of signs, just like you might have in a museum, explaining things about the ship, and like life on the ship was pretty cold and wet and stinky, and people were in close quarters. Ships typically had decorative figureheads. They were made of oak and pine and iron. There was a very strategy related to the shape of these ships and the construction of the ships, information about that. They typically had an anchor. There's no iron anchor present on this one. And a lot of times they had shields that were mounted along this side oar, and then they had the steering oar. That's where we get the term starboard and port. The steering oar was on the right hand side, and the word for steering oar sounds kind of like starboard, and so the right side of ship is starboard and the left side is port. So the dual propulsion was of course oars and sails. So two different types of propulsion for the ship. So this is the Viking Ship Museum, and you just see how big this build is. This was a massive build for me, and involving a lot of stone and a lot of iron to reinforce it and make sure it doesn't come crashing down. So back inside, where I had intended on creating many more exhibits similar to that, but we'll just run back through our paths here, our tree-lined paths, run past the escape maze once again, and head back towards the main base. I think we'll stop at one more, the fourth. Give me some food and stamina to build back up so I can run some more for us. One more weapon sculpture here to look at, and that is Frostner. So another mace weapon that can freeze your enemies briefly once you strike them. So back to the main house, and we will go and hop through the back here. Got some linen being spun, and once again go back through the farm area and the workshop area, picnic pavilion. We'll go down through the amphitheater, and we'll head to the resort or the golf area and take a tour of the 9-hole golf course. So nice little path along pond through here, and cross this little footbridge similar that you see on lots of golf courses, and head to the Oast Isle Golf Club. Little clubhouse built here fairly simple, straightforward build. We've got a course map there on the right. We've got building materials. If you didn't bring enough spears, flint head spears, you can make your own. Some beer and gear area. This is the portal area. If you want to go to a specific hole, you can. Before playing, I would highly recommend that you do some practicing. So I've got a driving range here. You can see just how far you can throw that spear and how to do it and what angles to try. And then over here, each hole has a ward. That is the hole that you're trying to hit that ward with your spear, so you can practice there from different angles, different elevations. It really is critical. Just like in real golf, putting is the key. Drive for show, putt for dough, as they say. Here are the rules. Players can look at these. This plays much like frisbee golf or disc golf, where you throw your spear, wherever it lands, you pick it up and you throw it again until you are able to strike the ward at the end of the hole. Each hole has 3 different tee boxes: a blue for the most advanced players, white for middle level players, and red for beginners. So I would recommend that everyone start from the red tees, and if you score pretty well, then move back to the white, and if you want the most challenge, go from the blue. Each hole has its own yard markers. These are not estimates. These are exact. I measured them using wood beams. There's your first hole. It's kind of a half island hole. And there is a raft on holes that have water around them, so maybe you can use the raft to go retrieve your spear, perhaps. This is the second hole. It's up over this tomb, and if you need a bathroom break, you can run down here into this little tomb, and there's a little bathroom for Vikings. You can head in there and close the door for some privacy, take a look in the mirror, use the toilet, come out, and there's another one for shield maidens with a bathroom, a toilet, and a mirror, and same kind of thing. Feels odd going in the shield maidens little restroom here, so let me exit there and go ahead and get back to the second hole. And this, if you remember, the second hole is on top, and so once you finish that, you'll go to the third hole tee box, and this is pretty close to an island green, so it's way out there. You want to be super duper careful, because if you throw your spear and miss, you're going to be way out there in the ocean. This is the only hole where you have to portal to the next one. It's just save some walking time. So portal over to hole 4. And here's the blue marker. This is a dogleg right. This is the hardest dogleg on the course. You can try to go for it, but you probably will end in the trees or the water, so it's best just to do a straight shot into this landing area here, and then it's just 50 meters to the hole up on top of this stone feature here. So, of course, if you miss, then you've got a uphill putt, which in Valheim isn't necessarily a good thing, unlike real golf. So this is the 5th hole over here, and this is a little bit of a longer hole over some couple of little streams with some footbridges, and this is protected. This is an old tar pit, and it has a moat around it, so you want to be very careful and not go down in that moat. That is a serious obstacle. It would be difficult to putt from there. If you do go down there, you can go take the stairs, but hopefully you'll be up on the green and you can take these stairs and get up here and putt and retrieve your spear and move on to hole 6. So we've had some island greens and tar pit, and this one is a straight shot. However, there is a large obstacle that's guarded by the fog right now, and you can kind of see there's a wall coming in to view with a diamond, and you have to go through this diamond. This wall is built between 2 of the giant pillars in the plains, and so you have to go through that diamond. I'll let you see the wall on this side. You can just see how massive a wall is. I guess you could go over it, but you wouldn't go very far. Once you get through, this is actually a pretty simple green. It's just getting through that diamond hole is the most important thing. Hole 7 is really maybe the prettiest hole. It's unfortunate that we've got some fog here. You're not going to be able to see. You see the pretty flowers, but you come up here and you get to 60 meters and then 30 meters out, and you can kind of see this is the green is on the other side of this pond. So this is a very pretty hole in real life. You'll cross the pond here over this bridge and go up these stone steps and around the corner a little bit, but this is a very pretty hole. I really like this hole, hole 7, and you can see the green right over here and see the pond that you have to shoot over in order to get there. This is hole 8. There is a drink cart over here on the right. I just kind of went by it, so you didn't really get to see it, unfortunately. But hole 8 is the only par 5, and so it's a long hole, and it's also uphill. So this is the longest hole on the course, and the green is guarded by lots of Valheim bunkers, so we don't have sand traps. So what I've done is created all these little holes. I think there are 5 or 6 of them, and if you go in them, you will not have a very good shot at the ward there. On the background there, you saw some snow-capped hills, and then this is the 9th hole. So this is where the TV crews, where VSPN, Valheim Sports Network, would set up, and you can see one of their TV cameras here. And then if you were to tee off from the back tees, you could even see the broadcast tower there in the distance with the big giant VSPN logo. Again, more pixel art. And so we had the picture of my wife in my bedroom, the picture of the lady at the fountain in her office, the Valheim logo in the lobby of the hotel, and the VSPN logo here on the broadcast tower, which features Nick Faldo and Vern Loxquist. If you're a golf fan, you would get those puns. This is the 9th green. It's a little trickier. It's a little deceivingly tricky, because if you miss going downhill, you could easily go way down into that valley and make your comeback putt, making that very, very difficult. The house is over there on the left, and if you take these stairs, it will return you to the clubhouse. So this will take you across this little creek here and through the putting green area and the driving range, and you're back to the clubhouse. So that is your golf course tour with Spear Golf. And really that wraps up this tour of Ostisle. There are some unfinished items, but a lot of things are open and a lot of things are active and available for players to play. The escape maze, the golf course, you can come and swim in the hotel. You can actually practice your swimming. People can stay in the hotel and they could just stroll the grounds and learn things, looking at some of the sculpture, weapon sculptures and so forth. So that is it. I hope you've enjoyed this tour, and I hope you enjoy Valheim.